going on? What's going on? How y'all doing? Happy Wednesday, y'all. We're halfway there. We're at that hump day. And I don't know about you, but it's definitely been somewhat of a hump to get over. But I'm excited about it, y'all. We made it here to another episode of Poppy's Conversation Corner. And we're talking my safe space. Say that again. My safe space youth edition. Y'all, I'm excited about it. Um, we have someone all the way from my hometown. It's like I'm just playing. He's not from my hometown, but he's far away. But he's here in the great state of Ohio. I'm not even gonna tell you where he's from because he's gonna be able to tell you himself. But he's here in Ohio doing great work, and we're excited about it. One, because he didn't stop anywhere else. He stopped here first, and I'm excited about it. No one's got him yet. I got him, fresh off the press, right here on Poppy's Conversation Corner. We have Darrick, the man. He was the man on the football field. Was it football? I feel like it was football. Was it football?
Basketball and baseball.
See, he's showing off now. But you actually supposed to be backstage, so I'm not even talking to you right now. But y'all, he's here with us, and we're gonna talk to him, have this conversation. Y'all, we're here every week, every Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. We're live and in person. So do us a favor, hit share, hit like, heart, spread the word, y'all. Do us a favor, visit our website. We're Poppy's Therapeutic Corner. We're doing great work there. Some phenomenal work is happening at Poppy's Therapeutic Corner. If you don't know about us, now you do. So go check us out. Follow us on our YouTube page. We got so much going on here, so much information that we're putting out here. We're just trying to make a change in the world. We're change agents. Do you think you're a change agent?
I'm definitely a change agent.
Okay, you're backstage, so you're not even talking to me right now. But y'all, we're gonna get Darrick on. I'm so used to saying that. He's already on. Y'all, he's right here. What's going on? How you doing?
What's going on, Kerry? I'm doing good. Phenomenal. It's Wednesday, like you said. So,
But you use phenomenal, which is a good thing because if you're phenomenal at Wednesday, that means you definitely on point. Like you definitely on point. Because I can't say I'm phenomenal right now. I'm great. Oh no, I'm okay.
Are you here?
I'm here.
You here?
They told me to stop saying that. I used to say I'm here.
Oh,
And they said Charisma, she always corrected me on stuff. Like I can't say I'm over it anymore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So she says, I have to confess. Right. My friend is phenomenal. That's the word she's getting today. One, because she's listening right now. So but no, so you're good, you're good, you're good, you're
I'm
good.
good. I'm good.
Good. So your week's going great.
Week is going great. Second week here. So it's going
Your
good.
second week in the great state of where?
The great state of Ohio.
Oh, okay. I just want him to know that because you got to confess with your mouth and believe in your heart that Ohio is great. But anywho, we just starting. You just starting 2 weeks in. 2 weeks in. 2 weeks in.
2 weeks in.
Yes. So tell us who you are. Who are you?
So I am Darrick
Mhm.
Gardner. I am Kerry. He didn't want to spill the beans,
I
but
know.
I am originally from Chicago, the great city of Chicago.
Well, the hard hitting Chicago. That's what I
Hard,
used to
yeah.
say. Hard hitting.
Everything,
Yeah.
weather, people too.
Hard hitting. Oh, y'all hit hard? Oh, I feel like he just threatened me right here on live.
Did not.
I'm just playing. No, we have this recorded, but no.
um, I have a 6-month-old child. He is Darrick Gardner the third. I am
Oh.
junior. So yeah, and my lovely, beautiful wife, Precious, Branch Gardner. Disclaimer: I want her to drop Branch, but we're not going.
No, yeah.
But yeah, Precious Branch Gardner.
I love that.
I went to school at Western Illinois,
Okay.
where I got my bachelor's in business management, minor in accounting, and then ended up staying at Western to get my master's in sports management.
Okay.
Um, so yeah, and life has taken me places from Minnesota to Indianapolis,
Mm.
back to Chicago, and now in the lovely city of Cincinnati.
No, you got to say
Okay,
great. No, you're
the
in the
great
great state of
the
Ohio,
great state of Ohio.
in the beautiful city of Cincinnati.
I gotta be honest with you before we even go any further. It's hard for me to say the great state of Ohio because I am a Michigan fan. I'm sorry. I hope I ain't drop any gems or anything with
So
them?
what we'll do is we're gonna end this live right now, guys. Thank you so much. But I don't even want to go any further. Like charisma, I think I may lose my job today, but I think I'm done. I think I'm done. I think I'm done.
I got
No, but you're entitled to your thoughts, feelings, and emotions. So that part right there, y'all. So we don't knock your thoughts, feelings, and emotions.
Okay.
So those in Illinois, Illinois. Well, no, what's Chicago, Illinois?
Yeah.
Anyway, those in Illinois, there's no disrespect to you. I know you're watching. I know you're watching because your people are watching right now.
Yeah, yeah.
So please don't not like me. It's just Ohio is in me. It's okay. It's okay.
There's nothing wrong.
We have him now. We have him now. No, we have him now. So, um, you definitely said 6 month baby.
Yeah, 6-month-old baby. He actually just made 6 months 6 days ago.
Wow. How, what's that like? Because this not too like too much information, but your first, right?
Yes, this is our first child.
And is it 6 months in?
Yeah, 6 months in.
Where are you? Like
You know,
mentally, physically, emotionally? Like let me get my journal.
oh, that's a good question though. I would say being a dad has been the most joy in my life, honestly. And I say that because everything that I do, it's not about me. It's about him and obviously my wife as well. But just being able to see him smile after a long day of work brings some type of energy. I don't know where the energy comes from, but it brings me energy. And just seeing him grow and develop every day has just been like amazing. Like I've never, obviously, this is my first child, so I have nieces and nephews, but like having your own child and seeing him day by day grow is just a beautiful thing. So I'm feeling great about being a dad and being his dad.
I'm not an emotional person. I'm not gonna lie. That hit a heartstring. That hit a heartstring.
You got some
That
tissue?
yeah, I know, right? Charisma, I need some tissue. That's phenomenal though. That is definitely phenomenal. Like first time dad, you're in it. You just moved to another state
Yeah.
with your family. And you're in a great space. Like
Yeah.
you're in a great space. Doing some great work. Right.
Yeah.
Because you operate as what? Like in your profession,
I am a case manager.
you're a case manager. Okay,
Right.
so you out here just helping people.
I'm helping people.
Oh, okay, I love that. I love that.
I love the word help.
Yes. Oh, at least you do. It's like I'm just playing. No, I love the word.
Well,
help.
people, the other part of that can be tough.
Yes,
But I love helping.
no, I definitely do too. It's definitely a calling.
Yeah.
It's definitely a calling. You have to have that calling to want to help.
You definitely.
So from Chicago.
Mhm.
I've read over your bio,
Mhm.
very extensive. We don't have the time nor amount of day to go over your extensive background. But apparently you led youth programming in Chicago.
I did.
Yes.
Hmm.
So when you were leading the youth programming in Chicago, how did you go about catering a safe space for young people?
That's a very, very good question. For me, when it comes to younger individuals, one of the first things that I learned with working in Chicago is making sure that these young people were able to trust me. Building rapport with them is probably one of the biggest things you can do because on the front end, you're building that rapport and allowing them to understand that you're an individual that wants to help them. And when they know that you want to help them, that's when they will begin to open up to you. And I was able to do that with, I worked at two different schools every week. And I mean, some of the stories that I heard and stuff that I heard from some of these kids is just like, no 14, 15, even 16, 7 year old should be going through some of this stuff. And I'm not bragging for them, telling me uh, stuff, but I'm bragging because I was able to get them to open up, and building that rapport was probably the biggest thing for me. And it goes a long way. And even when it comes to some stuff, it's like, am I even able to handle hearing it? Um, that trust level with them open up and telling you something that they may say, I've never told anyone this, and it goes a long way. So for me, that's probably the biggest thing when it came to working with the youth in Chicago. And if you all don't know, Chicago can be a is a crazy city when it comes to crime. So a lot of these kids are dealing with crime, and a lot of things going on in the homes. Coming to school was probably the safe space for them, especially when I was there, able to kind of lead the conversations with them.
So like you work with these kids, you kind of in a sense know the like area, the demographic,
Yeah,
the like what they're dealing with when they leave the school.
yeah.
So you having to create this rapport with them,
Mhm.
like how hard or easy the lack thereof. Like what like how hard was it to break through to them?
Yeah. Every kid is different. Now, mind you, I was dealing with anywhere from between fifth, sixth grade, all the way up to about maybe 17, some 18
Mm.
year old kids. So every kid is different, especially with the age group.
Mhm.
My main focus when it came to the schools was high school. So I went to two different high schools, and for me, when it came to getting through to them, it was one school was maybe a lot harder than the other, and it was because of the area that a lot of those kids were from.
Mhm.
And I say the area because in some of these areas, some of these kids they have to fend for themselves.
Mhm.
They have to. There's some of them are taking care of their younger siblings because the parents are, not home, or they're not in their lives. Then you have other kids who the grandparents are taking care of,
Mhm.
and the grandparents aren't too mobile, so a lot of them have to do stuff for themselves and the grandparents as well. So helping them understand, meeting them in the middle, and relatability is probably the best way that I was able to break through to him. I had a pretty good upbringing, but also had some challenges myself as well. With me being from Chicago, I was fortunate enough for my parents to get me out of Chicago at a younger age, so I didn't have to deal with a lot of what these kids are dealing with. But being able to build that built the rapport, but more importantly, relatability was probably the best thing that I
Mm.
did to get through
Makes
to 'em.
sense. Yeah. Definitely, yeah. Like, but so you have relatability.
Yeah.
Definitely being the black male.
Mhm.
But even with that, like, do you feel like that had some effect on it? Like you black male, because your approach is gonna be 9 times out of 10 different than even a black female.
Yeah.
So like, did you have like pushback on that though? Like because like who is this man? Like who you think he is? Like
Yeah.
my dude. Like
Yeah. Yeah, I would say it was definitely some pushback. Um I had one kid who was really trouble. Like he had multiple friends who had passed away from violence in the community. And I kind of approached, and my approach was really, you know, I really want to know who he is, a little bit more about him. And I mean, some of the stuff that I was hearing coming out of mouth was like wow, like I can't even believe I'm actually hearing this. Um, but he did tell me that you're just another black man who looks good, but theoretically you don't care.
mm,
And pretty much when he said that, all I was hearing was I've been hurt by black men, and the promises that was given to me was not kept. Pretty much, and the way I responded to that was pretty much I told him like I understand that you maybe experienced some other black men in your life, and I'm not trying to take the place of any of them, let alone any of the black men that's in your family. But I do want to be a resource to you and a mentor. And I don't think he ever had anyone to take the time to approach it that way.
mm.
Um, Seemed like a lot of people had given up on him.
There we go. We are back, 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 back. I mean, I'm assuming that made me laugh. Okay, no, she didn't say like go. But no, so no. Okay, so we're back, y'all. Thank y'all for staying with us.
Thank you.
We're excited about. Oh, you hear that too? You
That's
heard it?
yeah, that's no echo.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
No, that's because they're watching.
Oh, ah.
But y'all, thank y'all for joining back with us. We had some technical issues. It's okay. It's technology in 2025. We're excited about it.
Technology.
I mean, the good thing is that we have it, right?
That's true.
Because I'm thinking back.
Uh-oh.
Like I don't know how life would be like back in before, like when MySpace was only for
Oh gosh. You take
yeah, like MySpace, but it was so many different other
definitely
platforms.
was. Dang. That's
But like
long time.
at some point, that none of that existed.
That's true.
I remember when AOL was a thing, and like you. Anyway, we're not even supposed to be talking about that, but y'all, thank y'all for staying with us. Yeah, once upon a time. So we talked about the whole like the impact. So overall, though, what do you think with your experiences working with those children, the kids, young people in Chicago, what impact that had on them mentally? Because
Yeah.
you saying like they're experiencing gun violence, they got this, maybe lack of role models, and then here comes you.
Yeah.
But
You
mentally.
know, little old me. I'm nobody, you know.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Come around.
Oh, he's humble. Stay humble.
I am a humble.
Stay humble.
I can be too humble sometimes. But
Oh,
to answer to answer your question, my biggest thing when it came to them was making sure that they were able to be empowered to dream bigger than what they were dreaming.
mm,
And I say that because you ask a lot of kids what they want to be when they grow up, you don't get the doctors and the lawyers. And for a lot of these kids in the black community, you definitely don't get police officers.
no.
You don't get fired. Like you don't get any of that anymore. And a lot of that plays a part into their environment, what they're seeing, who's upbringing they're under, like a lot of that. So for me, um, with every kid, with them being different, I want to just give them perspective. And I understood that when I was younger, I had some mentorship as well, but I still had to make the decision to want to go about what was being taught to me. And perspective being given to them has helped a lot of these kids dream again, wanting to do greater things than what they thought. For example, it was a young lady who she likes to write, and she has I want to say she was a junior in high school, and she wanted to write a book. Like that was what she was aspiring to do. And I asked her, I said, "What are you doing to, start writing that book?" And she said, "Well, it's just too much. Too much. I feel like I got to go through to actually get that book done." And I was like, "Well, you may be right. The logistical stuff and the technical stuff is gonna come, when that time is. But you probably should start journaling and just free writing to allow your thoughts in your mind to be put on paper." And then I also told her, I said it could be a way for you to have some therapy. Because I know a lot of people that deal with anxiety and overthinking, like writing their thoughts on paper does a more than what you think. And I'm saying that from experience because I did it as I grew up, and it was really helpful. So I told her that, and she was like, "I never even thought about doing that." So pretty much what I'm trying to say to answer your question is, you leave a kid better before you got there. That's the goal when it comes to working with the youth. Yeah. Leaving them better before you got there, so that it can be a domino effect.
I love that. So, you said so much when I tell y'all like he's dropping so much knowledge in every bit of word that come out of his mouth. But what at what age? Because you said you made a point of you made a choice yourself
Yeah.
to like consciously like want better, consciously want to do better. But in your personal self, like what age do you think you made that conscious decision? I mean, because again, you can relate to most of these kids
Yeah.
because again, coming from Chicago,
Yeah.
having experience, but again being pulled out,
Yeah.
so you got to experience another type
Yep.
of world.
Hmm.
But what age do you feel like you made?
I would say probably between the ages of 13 and 14. And I say that because um, so I may get a little um, in detail of like kind of my upbringing, but my parents, they separated when I was in eighth grade and officially divorced when I was in a freshman in high school.
Mm.
So it was a lot going on during that time in my life. And also, obviously, I have four other siblings. So they were going through it as well. I probably took it the hardest because I was the closest to my dad, I would say. Um, and for me, that brought upon a lot of anger, a lot of like hate, because for me, I was brought up like all I knew was a two-parent household. And once that kind of happened, like it was like my world was just like shot.
Mm.
And I didn't know, like I didn't understand what was happening, like just fix y'all issues and get back together. But me
Thought it was
being
that easy.
yeah,
Thought
me,
it was
me
that easy.
being an adult now, it's like easier said than done. So for me, like I understood that I needed the help. Like my mom was worried about me. Like, the church I was going to growing up, she was talking to the men in the church trying to get me. And, a little wiggle room I would. But like it just that relatability and age difference
Mhm.
was just, it was that was probably the blockage in a relationship. So for me, I had a one of my friend's parents. She was a therapist. And she understood what I was going through
Mhm.
because she's dealt with clients that way, and she suggested that I start writing
Mm.
and start journaling. Like whenever I think about it, to do it. And a lot of times it was before I go to bed, because usually that's when a lot of stuff is going through our heads. We're reflecting on the day, trying to wind down. And I kind of started doing that. And for me, like it took me light years ahead of the man that I am today. And I'm so thankful that I had that resource without really even knowing it. Because I didn't even know his mom was a therapist
Mm.
until like I actually got a chance to talk to him, and he knew what I was going through, and he reached out to his mom. So that really helped me just clear my mind of all the stuff that I was feeling and going through. Um, and I can't tell you if I still have that journal to this day, but I will tell you every word that I put on that journal was for a reason.
Mm.
So
Definitely. That's again powerful. Like
thank you.
no, for real. Like one, because it's amazing, and I want y'all to take note to this. Black men journal
Yeah,
too.
definitely,
It's okay.
definitely.
Because it's a way to get it out.
Yeah,
Get it out. Like you have to have some outlet.
yeah, definitely.
It's one form of an
Hmm.
outlet. And it's okay to do it, to get those thoughts out.
Hmm.
And you never know where that can lead to. Like it
Definitely.
can lead to a whole nother outpouring of even creativity, like
Yeah,
where it can lead you to. Like you said, the young lady with the book,
yeah,
that can turn into a
yeah,
book of poetry, book of whatever the case may
whatever.
be, whatever. Just your thoughts.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing. I did want to ask you, because again on your bio, I'm reflecting back.
Yeah,
I do recall something about programming, like you built programming in Chicago.
yeah.
Elaborate on that, because we need some programming here in Cincinnati.
See what I can do.
Yeah, let's see.
But no, so I actually had one of my coworkers that I worked with. He was actually a consultant for the company I was working with. The company I was working with was Grand Boulevard Prevention Services, and they prided themselves on gun and gang violence prevention programs.
Mm.
And one of the programs that we did was we were working with kids who was at a church, part of a karate program. And a lot of these kids, they weren't bad kids because they were in karate. So if you all know anything about karate, karate is a lot of discipline.
Mm.
And the senseis do not play. Once you step into the dojo, it's a different ball game. Uh,
I'm sorry, you start speaking other
I'm
language.
sorry.
You
Trust me.
stick with English.
I'm
So
sorry.
I'm just joking off.
But so one of the programs that uh, was kind of given to me and I ran with it was a program titled Know Yourself.
Mm.
If we know anything about the generation coming up, a lot of the kids do not know. Like, if you was to ask them, tell me about yourself,
Mhm.
9 times out of 10, a lot of these kids can't,
Mm.
because they're not put in the right environment and don't have the right people or resources to be able to answer that question.
Mm.
Now, you would think from their experiences, they can, whip something up.
Yeah.
But a lot of these kids, like in Chicago, they're going through traumatic experiences, and it's so traumatic that they don't want to talk to anybody about it. So for me, the Know Yourself was a program to help these kids understand and know who they are, um, in every aspect of their life. So karate was just one aspect.
Yeah.
But hearing some of these kids, like some of these kids were saying they want to be lawyers.
Mm.
Another one said an FBI agent. There was another one who said they wanted to be an engineer.
Mm.
Like, these are the jobs that we want to hear these younger people
Yeah.
saying that they want to do. And hearing that, a lot of that came from the Know Yourself program. And to kind of get into the specifics of it, each week there was an icebreaker done to kind of get the kids in the groove, to the direction of what we're talking about. There was conversation done, and then at the end, we would say you could say like a chant
Mm.
to help them not only understand what they were learning, but also speaking it
Mm.
as like a confession.
Yeah.
And I think it went a long way. I mean, though the kids began to open up so much. I mean, we had some parents like you all are such a blessing, and it wasn't just me. I was kind of leading it. I did have a coworker by the name. Her name was Alexis, and she was helping too. And I had to push her a little bit to let her know, like, you got experiences too to be able to share with the kids. But like, me being able to kind of lead that and first understand why we were talking about this, but being able to observe the kids and just see the transformation that happened from the time that I started to the time that I left was incredible.
Mm.
And I can't take credit for it. It was a team effort, but I think where I came into play is just from my experiences and being able to relate to them at the age that they're at right now. I think that was really, really helpful, and it went a long way.
So I mean, because so you create this Know Yourself program,
Hmm.
and you're finding like while you're doing this,
Yeah.
like you're legit in this program, and you're working with these kids
Hmm.
who don't like they can't answer this question.
Yeah.
So by the end of it, do you feel like the end result was like,
Yeah.
I can stand 10 toes down and say I am
Yeah.
phenomenal. I'm
Yeah.
awesome. I'm attractive. No, that was me talking myself. But like they were able to affirm these things like by the end of the program.
Yeah. I mean, if I'm being honest with you, it was really hard for me to leave um, my previous job,
Mhm.
because I built a connection and a bond with those kids. And I mean, I even told my wife, like, man, those kids was kind of like mad at me because I was leaving. But that's how much of an impact I had. And obviously, they wanted to see me succeed. And one of the parents that was kind of like over the kind of the leadership part of the program to making sure the kids were signing in and stuff. She was like, we're so happy to hear about the opportunity that you had, but the impact that you made on these kids was going to go a long way.
Mm.
And I will say, just hearing the way a lot of them were talking and talking about me, and congratulating me and just giving me praise, like, it was like, that's not the same kid I met when I first started. And mind you, when I first came into the program, I wasn't the one leading it.
Mm.
There was a situation that happened with some people within my job, and I was just the next man
You
up.
was afforded the opportunity to
I was
step on
afforded,
up.
and I took advantage of
I love it. I
it.
love it. And that must meant that you were the right man for the job because it was
Oh
impactful.
yeah, definitely. I will say that I was a little, with public speaking, I've come a long way.
Oh,
So
could have fooled me.
a lot of people say that, but you know, I definitely agree with you though. I definitely think I
Was right.
no, I was the right
Yeah,
person.
but we also said if you rewind back, we're going to stay humble in all things.
Indeed.
So humble yourself. So I'm just letting know. But in building these programs, like, did you notice any challenges that the kids have maybe been facing during that time? Like, I mean, because you built this program, um, and of course, like, you know where they're coming from, but what I'm just going to read the question directly. In
Okay.
building those programs, what challenges did you notice that made it harder for the youth to feel supported or included?
That's a very, very good question. Um, so I would say I could say there's a lot of different challenges, but the biggest challenge that I seen and was hearing was the environment at home.
Mm,
Um, I think a lot of us, it's hard for us to sometimes relate to other people's upbringing because, well, I ain't gonna say a lot of us, but some of us that's had the better or more privileged upbringing, it it can sometimes be seen as you not caring about
mm,
someone or that you're better than,
mm,
but a lot of times it's just how you carry yourself.
mm,
And for me, I didn't want that to be seen or portrayed with these kids. And that's why I made sure they understood that, uh, where I came from, how my upbringing was, um, and also knowing that I have friends who's died from, like, they've died from gun violence.
mm,
Um, a lot of a decent amount of friends that I grew up with has died from gun violence, and um, I say that because a lot of these kids, they have a lot of people that they were close to that is involved in gangs, or they've ended up dying,
mm,
and it's so unfortunate. But for me, when it came to just being able to understand and know like what the at home environment was, that's when it clicked to me. Okay, so I understand that they don't have a father. Um, I want to let them know I don't want to be their father, but I want to be a mentor or a resource for them to give them the male perspective, the black male perspective at that. Or they don't have a mother. Okay, well, I can give them knowledge that my mom gave them. I
mm,
can't be your mom, but I can give you knowledge and somewhat of a woman's perspective, but I'm not a woman at all. So like just kind of those
We're gonna go back to that. We're gonna come back to that.
just kind of those things, just being able to use my experiences and build that rapport by relating to them the best way that I can. And the worst thing that you could do with the youth is be somebody or act like you was someone that you're not.
Mm,
Being your true authentic self, young people can definitely tell from a mile away,
mm.
guaranteed.
So, like, did you find that, like, I mean, because I'm sure in yourself you felt being you were being your authentic self, but have you
Yeah.
experienced like kids because they can't, that's the true statement.
Yeah.
'Cause I had to learn that myself
Mhm.
working with you, because they'll call you out in a minute,
Oh,
like they'll call bull crap in a
oh,
minute,
definitely.
like,
Definitely.
and they can smell it,
They
like it's
definitely.
like
It's strong.
you ain't even real, like,
Before you even walk
yeah,
through the
before you, it's like you're
door.
not being real, like, but like, have you ever worked with others like in your camps, like when you're doing your projects and stuff, have you ever experienced like kids calling in a dog like, or
Yeah,
like challenging, because
yeah.
normally they'll challenge those ones that they feel not or
No, I
been.
definitely have. There was a kid who, uh, so actually, the guy who I ended up taking over for, he made a comment that was very, very, very offensive. And his emotional intelligence was just not, or is not there. I
Mm,
will say. But there was something that he said that triggered someone, and it's like kind of like the whole room knew like he was lying.
mm,
And I'm not gonna say specifically what it was because it's kind of personal, but when it comes to like things like that, it's just Like these are lives you're trying to impact,
Mm-hmm.
and to have not just one or two people, but we probably in a room with like 12 to 15 people.
Mm-hmm.
To have pretty much the whole room and the people you work with as well, kind of like scratch their head and like, hold on, like, did he really just say it? And is he, it's like, man, like that goes a long way. And it's crazy because I was talking to my brother-in-law the other day, and we were talking about like us as people, like human beings, we're groomed and taught to remember the bad thing about people more than the good thing. Like
Well,
you
remember
can do
that.
so much good in this world that that one thing
That
that you
one
did
thing.
that will outweigh all the good that you did. And I guarantee you that moment that they had and they experienced, it's unfortunate to say, but everyone in that room is gonna go by him.
That one
That
thing
one
he
thing,
said.
and
Mm-hmm.
that's the last thing you want to do with youth, and trying to get them to understand what a safe place is, because part of a safe place is being your true, authentic self. So
I love that.
yeah,
And I keep saying that after everything you say, so I'm gonna stop saying that because I
it's
don't
okay.
feel that.
I know
I
what you
do.
mean.
I appreciate
I
that. Like
appreciate
because
it.
in essence, like I don't think sometimes even us as adults think about how we should garner that safe space for these youth,
Yeah,
for the youth. Because it's just like organically we think like we're the adults, you're the kids. We come in this space. You're gonna respect us. You're gonna do this. You're gonna like. And in 2025,
hmm
you actually have to. And I'm not saying garden.
I know.
Garden. You have
He's
to
not
go.
saying my
Yeah,
last name.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying. But you have to like establish this safe space.
Yeah,
This space like that like outside of here they may not actually exist in. They may not
yeah,
or they're not able to experience it. We don't as adults, we have to in 2025 create this space for them.
yeah,
Like I don't care, like I care what when you go home and what that is like,
yeah.
but I can't control that.
Yep.
What I can control is this space here and now.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be safe, it's gonna be positive, it's gonna be affirming.
Yeah.
But like have you worked in places that that's not always been the case? Like,
Oh yeah.
yes.
Definitely. And this is taking me back to when I stayed in Minnesota. Now I wasn't working with kids when I was well, I guess I was working with the student workers.
Mm,
But I was a men's and women's hockey's arena facility intern.
mm, that was a lot.
Pretty much to dumb it down, I pretty much made sure the student workers was cleaning the facilities, bathrooms, hallway areas. So I had nothing to do with the actual ice itself.
Mm.
But
The bathrooms though.
yeah, the
Bathrooms.
bathroom.
That count.
Yeah, I mean, it was a arena that held 10,000 people.
Yeah, that no, I
So
don't
yeah,
care if it
it's a
held
lot of
two. I want a clean bathroom when I
yeah,
go in.
exactly.
So that matters.
So as much as high maintenance of work it was, we didn't have the man or staff power to do it.
Mm,
So my supervisor thought it was okay for us to do graduations with the people that we had. Now, mind you, these are graduations for the Minnesota high schools. Some of these high schools have 500 students. Some of them have 1,000. Some of them have 200.
mm,
Our job was to take and put away chairs for these graduations.
mm.
Sometimes we had 30 minutes, sometimes we had an hour. He felt like we were able to do it. We explained to him that we weren't, but he still felt like we did. And that's when the toxicity
Mm.
started. He started doing stuff on purpose so that he wouldn't have to help us, but that we can do it. And I think for me, it just, as much as we've all had a bad boss before, and if you haven't, you haven't worked enough. Well,
Thank you. I've
okay,
never had one.
he probably ain't worked enough.
No. Oh
I'm totally kidding. I'm totally
no, I have
But
worked in that.
I'm totally kidding. But some of us are fortunate, like Kerry, to not experience that. But for us that have, um, it can be one of those things to where, okay, I'm counting my days to when I'm getting up out of here. But also, more importantly, it's teaching me what not to do as a boss.
Mm-hmm.
And like I've carried that with me every step of the way, every stop that I've made in my career. And I'm so thankful that I experienced it because these are things that I can, share with a kid that
Mm-hmm.
wants to get a job and that potentially is going, can experience or is experience the same thing that I can. For me. So hopefully I answered your
You
question.
definitely did.
Okay.
You
Okay.
definitely
But
did.
it wasn't along the lines of
The
the
thing
gym.
is, I'm gonna in 20. Well, I feel like because we're in November, we're about to be in our local elections.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not gonna run this year.
Oh, really?
But when I run for city mayor, I'll
Oh,
have you be my lieutenant.
okay.
Because he has a word. He can't overshadow me though.
I
But
definitely
you
won't.
got a word. You got a word.
I
Maybe
appreciate
we'll invite you to my church to preach or
it.
something.
Ooh.
Oh, wait a minute. No, wait. That's a real thing too, though. But anyway, no, I definitely thank you again. Thank you so much. I'm going to ask you one more question.
Okay.
But before I get off, I normally ask every guest to like drop a gem, like some words of wisdom. So start putting your. I mean, you got plenty, I'm sure.
I got one that comes to
But
mind.
not yet.
Hold on,
Hold on.
hold on. Yeah.
Let me answer my last question, and then we do have some questions. So guys, wait for that gym. But also let's get some questions up. Because I did see some questions. That Julie character
Uh-oh.
was dropping a whole lot.
Uh-oh.
She was dropping a whole lot.
That name
Uh,
sounds familiar.
yeah, I don't know who that person is, but they have a lot of questions, and
Oh.
so we want to answer some of those questions. So it says, how do you go about? And this is hard to read over here. How do you go about seeing this? How you go about supporting the work life with the kid, with your home life, with your son?
Oh my God.
That work life balance. Like, are you creating that? Are you? I don't like. We don't want to get personal, right? No,
I
we
mean,
can't get
we
personal.
can get personal,
Okay,
but
because I don't know if we should because she right outside.
I was gonna spill the beans, but the person that's asking this question is anonymous. I'm not gonna spill the
Anonymous, yeah.
beans.
Let's keep anonymous.
So yeah, the work
Sister
life
K is watching
family.
too. So hey, um,
Oh,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
hey
K,
mama, how you doing?
yeah. Hey, I miss you. Come back to Ohio soon.
She'll be here.
So okay, good, good.
But how do I handle it? That's a very good question. I think I've come a long way when it comes to time management.
Mm.
Um, one thing that I got humbled with early in my early dating stages before I got married is that I can't spend all my time at the gym.
Also, you're a gym head.
I am a gym rat.
Well, can you help us? Because me and my friend, we need to get in the gym.
Hey, we can do a team.
Yeah, let's do
We
it.
can do it.
Let's do it competitive style because that's
We can
what.
definitely do.
Because my friend, her name's Charisma. You might know
Oh,
her. She's very
she sounds
competitive.
familiar.
So
Oh,
yeah,
she
yeah,
is.
yeah.
Okay.
So let's get in the gym and
Well, let's do it then.
let's get.
Hey, you ain't said nothing but a word. Hey, I see.
Yeah, I need to tone up. If I tone up, baby,
Kinda
you ain't gonna be able to tell me nothing.
look.
Forget this show. I'm going crazy. Like I'm just saying no. JK.
No, but I got humbled early, so I think having that experience really helped me understand, like, okay, what do I need to prioritize, and the most important thing is when do I need to stop doing work for work
Mm,
and focus on my family, because work, you always have work.
mm-hmm,
Missing moments and times with my son
mm-hmm.
who's 6 months and my wife, as well. It's just like I can't do that. So I make sure that I prioritize my day. Like most days, I go to the gym in the morning, so the evening I don't have to do any of that.
Mm,
And then when I get home, it's trying to spend time with my son
mm-hmm.
because he hasn't seen me all day. Talking to my wife, because women love to tell you about the tea,
Mm.
so
They already
listening to
have
the
it
tea
too. They already got it.
as well. And sometimes, I may get kicked in the back for this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Sometimes even when you're not listening, you just nod and
Yeah.
oh, for real,
Yeah.
and you just do those engaging words
Uh-huh.
to show that you're
I feel
listening.
like
Oh,
at
but
some point we should have stopped.
uh oh,
Did the live stop? Open it stopped because at that point you probably shouldn't have told too much.
I probably shouldn't.
But
Yeah,
you are always listening.
it's
You're
all right.
always
I
listening.
am always
Always
listening.
listening.
You know, but as a father, you know, sometimes you multitask and you
Mhm.
trying to change the baby diaper and she trying to talk to you. And,
Yeah.
you know, give him a bath
Yeah.
and trying to tell you, yeah.
It's
In
that.
those cases.
Yeah.
But 99.89 repeating, I'm listening.
I just want you to know because I see it down here. She said, "Oh, really?" So, anonymous did say, "Oh, really?" But I love that though. I love that. I want to say goes to just FYI. Definitely again, thank you. Oh, I hear a door opening. Thank you so much for spending some time with us and dropping this knowledge.
Don't worry,
Yo,
y'all. We all
I'm
good
so
over here.
worried.
We good over here.
I'm sweating so much right now. And it ain't even me. But no, I do appreciate you so much. Y'all do us a favor. Hit the share, like, heart button. This man has so much knowledge, wisdom, and his pinky finger. And it's coming out here, his mouth. So we thank you again from Poppy's Therapeutic Corner. We thank you for coming on Poppy's
Definitely.
Conversation Corner.
Definitely.
Again, y'all, we're here every week. That's 6:30. I don't need you to repeat.
Oh, I know you heard that. I didn't know you heard that.
But no, y'all, I'm excited about these conversations because it's real, it's live, and it's in person. But before we get off, drop that gem, that word of wisdom, so my people can eat on
So you
all
know,
week.
if I'm dropping the gym, I got to do the put the
You know you
leg up
sore from this morning, so why are you even trying to do that?
a little bit. I did upper body, not.
Oh, okay.
Okay. But you know, if I'm dropping the gym, I got to put my leg up like this.
I'm going with you. Hold on.
Gotta get that leg. There you go. So my gym to all you folks out there that's been listening. Hey, by the way, if you've made it this far, that means we're not bored.
Yes.
So thank you.
Anything else?
Thank you. I thought I said it.
Yeah.
But to throw the gym out there, I will say that I heard a very, very lovely quote that I think goes a long way and goes hand in hand with this. And that quote is from Theodore Roosevelt.
This man is wise.
Stay with me now. I love to read, actually. Um, I pride myself on reading 13 books in 1 year, but that's neither here nor there. Um, I will say Theodore Roosevelt, and he said this: people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care.
Mm. Oh, he said that.
He said,
I thought, what's the name of that? He said that. But we won't say that. He be taking credit for other people's stuff. That's infringement.
I read a book.
You read that book
on him,
yes.
and it was in there. So I don't know who made the book, or I'm just saying what I read. Would you like me to explain what that quote is?
Yeah, you can. But Pop's gonna be upset because you gave away his quote. But okay.
If y'all don't hear from me,
yeah,
the next couple of hours,
yeah. So we about to check on him.
Think twice.
Yes,
Yeah.
he's in Ohio. Well, thank God you're in Ohio now, so at least you still.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But to explain what that quote means, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. It's pretty much saying everything we said in a nutshell. Is that you have to make sure that you're meeting someone where they're at and showing a level of care for them to open up to you. And then that's when you can hit them with all the knowledge and stuff you know. But until then, you just want to build rapport and you want to build a level of perspective for them to understand what you're putting down.
I love that so much, and I'm even more grateful so that you elaborated on that.
Definitely. I can't
but what I don't like, what I don't want you to do is think you coming and stealing my show. Oh, so
my bad.
Y'all, again, this is my show. I'm here every week. I'm here every week. But I'm grateful for this man. Y'all, thank y'all for tuning in. Hit share, like, heart. We'll see y'all next week. Y'all be blessed. Say bye.
See y'all later. Thank y'all for having me.
That's so much.